Hi, welcome to Table Ready. I'm Jerred, and today I got with me
Chandler.
And today we're going to be playing some Age of Sigmar Spearhead. If you've played any Age of Sigmar, it's going to be a lot the same. There's a few differences. Command points are gone in lieu of using battle tactic cards as either a command or a tactic. There's a lot less numbers. You're scoring in tactics of 1 instead of normally like 4 and 3 and 4 for objectives and stuff like that. Got some other things. Units are a little bit nerfed in Spearhead, to my understanding, and we have a twist deck for our area today. We're going to be in the life plane, and so we're going to see what it has in store for us. Today I'm going to be playing the Slaves of Darkness against some Seraphon and
Lizardmen.
I like them, man. Lizardmen are fun.
Yeah, it's very cool. And guys, for those of you who know me, I'm usually demoing everything, but I don't know how to play. So he's going to be teaching me.
Yep. I've played a little bit of Sigmar, not lately, but I'm getting back into it. It's good time. So I think with that, we're ready to kind of get things started. We want to roll off to see who's going to be attacker and defender. 4. All right. I will choose, I believe, attacker.
Okay.
So defender gets to set up first. Unlike a normal game of Sigmar, where it's you set up a group of units and then I set up a unit.
Okay.
You set up all your stuff, then I set up all my stuff.
Where's my deployment zone?
We'll call it from like here back.
Okay. So I'll just give myself like 9 inches.
Something like that. I think it's normally 6, but I ain't too stressed.
Yeah, and I think the big thing here, guys, is we're all learning, and to be honest, it doesn't really matter what the rules are as long as we're both playing the same game.
Exactly.
So let me see. What do I want to do here? I want to grab. This is the boss man, boss lizard.
Yep.
He's gonna stand in here on this objective. Him and his cohort of lizard people. So what's coherency like? Do we know?
It's the same, 3 inches, give or take.
Okay.
I think it's like 2 and then 5 up and down, just like in.
Okay. It's similar to 40K there.
Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of things that are gonna be similar. I don't know if you have any ward saves on your guys. I know there's a couple commands that give you ward saves. Ward saves are basically equivalent to invulnerability. To my understanding.
I thought they were more like feel no pains.
It might be different.
Might be. I'm not sure. I mean, yeah. Well, we're doing this. We're doing this together.
Yeah. Like I said, it's been 2 editions since I played. So
yeah. Let's see here. Ward saves. Let's make a ward roll. Use it. Control.
These are find it here. We allocate an inflicted point to unit. Oh, it is kind of like a feel no pain.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's the way I kind of thought about it.
Huh.
Now I had the opportunity. So, for those of you who don't know, looks like there's some things we get to pick at the very beginning of the game.
Yes.
So I have a special rule called Beast of the Dark Jungles, because I'm a lizard man, and looks like my boss man here, he gets some bonuses. For that, he gets to either choose to roar or to have gargantuan jaws. And then I also have the regimental abilities, and this is part where I need to decide whether I want to have a 6-up ward save while within friendly territory, which I'm assuming is that deployment area, or I can have predatory fighters, and on a 3-up I do mortal wounds. I'm thinking I'm going to go with the predatory fighters for the simple fact is that it looks like we got a lot of melee here. We're going to be scrumming a lot really in the center more than anything else. So it is kind of interesting that there are 5 objectives on the table and I have 3 units to play with.
Yeah.
So
another thing that's going to be important is in Spearhead, you have an ability called Call for Reinforcements.
Okay.
And normally it's a command ability,
okay.
But you just get it in Spearhead once a turn, and it lets you bring back a group of dead models.
Okay. So if these Saurus warriors get wiped out, I can just bring them back?
Yeah, you can bring them back when you get to your hero phase.
Okay, and that's because we're not command points, so I have to discard one of those decks or anything, or does it just happen?
Yep, it just happens.
Okay.
You just do it once during your hero phase.
Okay, well, we'll put that big guy right there, and put these guys over here so they're holding this objective.
So, much like you, I also get to choose something, and I am going to pick, for me, I get to pick between a mark for each of the big Chaos Lords.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I think I might just go with Corn. Gives me extra Rend, which is this game's version of Armor Pierce.
Yep.
For charging. Let's see, I can do that. I can teleport some guys, or I can give Strike First. Ooh, I do kind of like Strike First, actually.
Strike First would be nice.
Yeah, I think actually I'm going to end up giving my General Strike First.
Okay.
And I'm going to put him...
And that applies to your general?
Yes.
Okay.
Just my general.
And my general gets to pick an enhancement too. And I think I'm going to go with Blade of Realities, which gives him +1 to his Rend for his Celestial, or his Relic, Celestite weapon. So it's his staff, his spear he's got in his hand, gives him +1 to Rend.
Nice. Then for my regiment, I have the choice between either Dread Banner, which lets me on my first turn do the Slave to Darkness special thing. They get to roll a dice, and then depending on what you roll, one of the Chaos Gods gives you a boon.
Okay.
Normally it happens on your second command phase on, or hero phase on, but I can choose a thing to get it on my first, or I can choose a thing that gives me 3 objective control to each of my guys.
Nice.
And I think both of those are kind of strong. I kind of want to go with the more thematic banner just for funsies.
Okay.
And I'm going to put my group of guys here. One of the other things that's important is Sigmar has general abilities for each group of guys. Oh, well, his shield fell back
Lost his
off.
shield.
Well, that's nice. I'll have to reattach that later. Not a big deal. And so each unit, typically for your regular units, will have a banner.
Okay.
Your banner gives you an extra objective control point.
I got myself a banner right here.
You get a musician that lets you, when you use the rally command, which won't be really relevant here, unless you have the card for it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You get to roll an extra dice for it.
Okay.
Which lets you bring back dead models as long as the whole unit isn't destroyed. And then you have your champion unit, which for me is this 40k model because we were missing one. But that gets an extra attack characteristic. So if you're having attacks of 2 on your normal guys, he gets 3 instead.
So he's attached to that unit?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, he's just a champion. It'll normally in the book it'll say champion 1 of 10, musician 1 of 10, and banner 1 of 10 or something like that.
Okay.
And that just means that in every 10 group of guys, you can have one of those. So if you reinforce it up to 20, you could have 2 champions, 2 musicians, 2 banners.
Okay.
So it'll be a little different there. And then I want these guys.
Horses.
My horsies, kind of like this. And my chariot. Actually, I think I want the horsies over here because I can train them a little better. He needs a little bit more room. Being a giant model and all. So I think I'm actually going to have it kind of set like this. So, with that, I am all set up. You're all set up.
Yep.
And so, it's the first battle round. I'm attacker, so I get to choose who goes first.
Okay.
And then every round after that, you have the choice to roll a dice and take priority and get the first go instead.
Okay.
So, right now there's no underdog, so we don't have to worry about that. We do have the first twist, and which of the 2 battle tactics decks would you like?
They're identical, I assume?
No, they will have different things, but they're randomized, so I don't know what's in either of them.
Okay, well, I'll just grab this one.
Cool. You draw 3 of them.
Okay. Do I put these down, or do I keep them secret?
Keep them secret.
Okay.
Ooh. There's some fun stuff here. Okay. Then we have the twist card that draws.
Okay.
So the first twist that we have is underdog picks one objective on the battlefield. There is no underdog, so we roll off for it. That is a 4, whatever you roll.
Oh, I gotta roll?
Yep, we're gonna roll off.
The 4 again?
4. All right. That's a 1, you probably got
6.
me. Cool. So you get to pick one of the objectives here, and then that objective becomes a life spring this battle for the round.
Okay.
You get 1 extra victory point at the end of the turn if you control it, and in addition, at the end of each turn in this battle, it heals 1 wound from your guys.
Well, I think I'm going to grab this one right here.
Yeah, that works. So at the end of your turn, you will score an extra victory point as long as you hold it.
And do we score in the first round?
I believe so. Yes, with Spearhead. I believe in regular Sigmar you do not.
Okay.
But if Spearheads, yes, I believe you do. And so with that, we will start our first battle round.
So what is the Dracothian?
Dracothian? What's the little symbol on it look like? Is it the dragon guy?
Yeah, it's a dragon. It's a gold. It looks like it's a gold symbol of the dragon.
Since we don't have them, I'm going to say it's this one because I'm pretty sure that's what it says on the book.
Okay.
And then I have the one that I have, looking at the book, I definitely see it as this one.
Okay. Which one is it?
I have the Bahamut one, which is right here.
And this is Dracothian?
Dracothian, and then there's 3 others that we can determine as we need to.
Okay.
As they come up. So, with that, I shall start my moves.
Okay.
Just like in 40K, it's the same turn structure. You have your hero turn, your command phase.
Yep.
So when you would normally do your commands and what have you, you have your movement phase, your shooting phase, your charge phase, your fight phase.
Okay.
So, very similar. Start with my lord. He moves 5 inches. We're looking at.
Now, what do we typically? Okay, I do see here that I have some stuff that says they're used during your hero phase. That makes sense.
Yep. So typically, that's when you're going to use your different command points, like rally, for example. You'd use during that phase, I believe. I know there's another couple of them that have to be determined in that phase. You have a bunch of universal stuff. Okay, so there's a lot less of it in Spearhead, but if you have any cards that care about that kind of stuff.
Okay, if it says like hero phase on it.
Yep. Like for example, one of the ones that I have says any hero phase. So just as long as it's the hero phase, I can go, hey, actually, I want to use this. And so that is my Lord moved. He's got in combat phase. All right. So I did forget to use my little Eye of the Gods thing.
Okay.
Let me do that before I forget about it totally. So I get to do it on a Chaos Warriors or Chaos Knights. I think I'll do it on the Knights just because they're going to move a little farther. And I get to roll. That is a 5. I get Fury of Corn. I get to add 1 Rend to its weapons.
Nice.
Is that till the end of turn? Normally, okay, so yeah, I have to either be contesting an objective, not controlled by an opponent, or have destroyed a unit to do it normally. I just get to do it for my regiment ability at the start of the game. So these guys get +1 Rend.
Okay.
And it is... Oh, it's just a permanent thing. Okay. So these guys get 1 Rend till the end of the game.
Okay.
So they get to move 10 inches.
Pretty good run.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. So that is 10 inches. So I'm gonna put them, if I can, yeah. Because I'm assuming this guy's your general?
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna try to get him in charge. Get their +1 wind. Champion or anything? Maybe not. Oh, they don't have the champion keyword or anything in Spearhead. That's interesting. Cool. So that's one less thing to worry about. So there's that. Chariot moves another 10. There's just the warriors left. 5. And yeah, you know what? We're just gonna move in 5. I could run them, but I just wanna. Something like that. Shooting. Let's see if I have any actual shooting to do. I do not. Well, we move to charge for these.
Okay.
So let's figure out how much I have between everything. We'll charge those guys first.
Looks like it's about 6 inches.
I was guessing.
Yep.
And those probably 5, I guess. About 6. Cool, 6 each. So
You just roll 2d6 like 40k?
yep.
Okay. Should be a fairly easy roll.
My rolls, that is 6 exact though.
Okay.
So I don't get any extra overhang to get them in, but I do get them in and get to pile in. So that's gonna work for me. Like that.
That guy's moonwalking into charge.
I'm trying.
So when do we score points though?
It'll be at the end,
Okay.
the end phase.
So when you score at the end of your turn.
Yep.
Okay.
And that chariot, we're gonna try to get him in as well, and make sure I don't have to do my pylons first, because if so, that'll actually be better for me.
Pile-in moves.
Pile-in. A short move, usually 3 inches, allows you to use a fight ability to get a bit closer. So it happens during the fight, it looks like.
Yeah.
Cool. Then I will charge them in. That is going to make it harder to get more of my charge guys in.
Yeah.
But that is 6 again.
Just barely.
That's all I need.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going to do my pile-in, and we're going to fight with the group of warriors first.
Okay.
So we get 3 inches to kind of get as many of my guys in as I can.
Now, does Age of Sigmar have a fights first kind of mechanic?
It does. You have, some guys will have fight first, like for example, they call it strike first, strike last. This guy, because of my mark, gets fight first.
Okay.
So during a fight phase, no matter who's actually fighting, he will get to fight first.
And when this goes, do these guys? Do you go with one? I go with one?
Yep,
or
we alternate.
Okay.
So, what I want to do, I want to get these guys kind of like this, so I can encircle him a little bit.
And can I use this?
What you got? Enemy charge phase. Ooh.
Yeah, counter charge. And it says they have to not be engaged, and then they can charge as if it was their charge phase.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to. It's a bit of a long run here. Looks like I need an 8 to get in base to base. How close do I have to get?
So you'd have to get. Let's find out.
How close do they have to be? I heard something that might be 3 inches.
It's 3 inches is the norm. I think to get charged, you still have to be base to base. You just can't stay within 3.
Okay. So we're looking at 8 here.
Cool.
So probably not gonna happen, but I'll try.
Yeah, worth a try.
Oh, got it.
You got it.
This is the game of charges exactly as we need them to be.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
And we're both almost an entirely melee army, so that kind of makes sense.
All right. I might have one more charge to do. I don't think they'll be in range. We're gonna try anyway.
Let's see what the distance is. Looking like a 9-inch charge.
Worth a shot.
Can you roll that 9 exactly?
I hope.
See if
10.
There you go.
Cool. Now, there's not going to be near as many guys in there fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, to get them base to base is going to be pretty rough. But, probably, let's see, from here, to get a base to base. I can definitely get base to base on this unit. Get up here. Get up here. He can get up here. He can get here. Pilot will help this a little bit, but something like that. So, with that, I think we are ready to start fights.
So you piled in with these guys, so you want to go back to them?
Yep, that's the guys I want to fight with first.
Okay.
So, we got charge +1 on them, so they will get a little bit extra. So let's see, I get to add 1 if I charge this turn, so they're going to have Rend 2 right now.
Okay.
And they get 3 attacks each. So it'll be, 3, 6, 9, and then base touching will be 15.
Okay.
So 15 attacks coming in. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 15. They're hitting on 3-ups.
Okay.
And then with charge +1, I believe they get to add, it's +1 to damage. Cool.
Okay.
So then, a fair few of them getting removed. And then wounds on 3s. And it already has Rend 1, so they're going to have Rend 3 because they charged.
Okay.
3s. So that is still 3, 6, 7 of them coming in. Rend -3.
Well, I don't get any save then. My save is a 4-up. So they go to no save.
And that is, so 7 of them coming in with 2 damage each. Cool, and because they killed a guy, they get another Blessing of the Dark God.
Okay.
Let's see what they get. It's a 2. The Ward of Tzeentch, they get 6-up ward saves now.
Okay.
And so now you get to fight.
Okay. Well, almost like these guys, since you've already fought over there.
Yeah.
No real point. So I'm gonna go ahead and pile these guys in by 3 inches.
Do what you gotta do.
Okay. Looks like there are 10 models and each get 2 attacks. Okay. Looks like they're hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s as well. That's a 2 right there. Okay. Moving on 3. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 wounds.
Cool. So we got 12 of them coming in.
Rend 1.
Rend 1. All right. I am saving on 4s. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Said it was 12?
Yep.
Cool. And that is on 4s. So. 5, 6. So I saved half of them. How much damage?
1 each.
1 each. All right, so they get 2 health. Since we don't have to carry all that. 2, 4, 6.
Okay.
All right, so then the only thing I'm eligible to fight with now is I killed that guy. It's gonna be this group, and he's just gonna get himself in here. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I assume you have 1 objective control each on those guys as well.
Yes, their OC is 1. The control is 1, I'm sorry.
7 of them with 2 attacks is 14. So 3, 6, 7, 2, 3, 6, 7. They are hitting on 3s. They normally wound on 3s, but because you have more objective control, you control that objective. They get +1 when they don't control the objective.
Okay. They like going 2 again.
So with 3s. Alright, and then wounding on 2s. So that is 3, 6.
6. Okay. These guys have basically the opposite thing. They get a +1 to their save while they're holding an objective.
Cool, and I have Rend 1, so...
So it basically goes back up to a 4?
Yep.
Looks like I failed half of them exactly.
Alright. So they are 1 damage each.
Okay, so that's a guy and a half. This guy will die. And this guy right here will have a damage on him.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we go back over here.
Yep.
These Croxagore are going to make smashy. And they'll both pile in. That guy's already in base contact. You have 5 or more models. So they get crit 2 hits. And it's crit like in 40k where a 6 is a crit?
Yep.
And I assume that that it's on hit, not onto the wound.
Yep. So crit 2 hits just means when you score a crit, you get 2 hits instead of the 1 that you normally get.
Okay. So 40k, that's kind of like sustained hits.
Yep.
Okay. So I get, each of these guys get 4 attacks. Okay, and they're hitting on 4s. I don't think there's anything else here I need to look at. I'll double check. Nope, doesn't look like there's anything special there. And then they are wounding on 2s. Oh, did you see how many 6s I have?
I did not.
I saw at least 1.
Saw at least 1?
Yeah, I'm just going to say 1. I know there's at least 1 6 there. And they're wounding on 2s here. There's a lot of 1s. So 3 at Rend 1.
Rend 1 against my knights, who get saves of 4 now. Then it was how many?
3.
3? All 3 of them.
Okay.
And with that, we are at the end of turn 1.
Okay.
So, for me,
Yep.
so at the end of mine, I control 1, just because just this one. So I get 1 victory point. And with that, I don't think there's any battle tactics I can finish. Let me make sure, though. No, not quite.
Okay.
So,
Now, when do I draw more battle tactic cards?
That will happen at the start of your turn. So at the start of the battle round.
At the start of the battle round?
Yep. So
Okay.
it'll be at the start of round 2, draw 1.
Yeah, we both will draw back up to our 3, or we just draw 1?
You each draw, let's see, once they have more than, so at the start of each subsequent battle round, each player draws battle tactic cards until they once more have a hand of 3. Before they do so, they can discard a number of battle tactics in their hand.
Okay, so we both have to play with the same amount of resources for both of our turns.
Yep.
Okay, so these are the only 2 I got to work with here. Okay, so can he be brought back with reinforcements?
Yes.
Okay, so what do I do with him?
So for that, wholly within friendly territory, within 6 inches of the battlefield edge and not in combat.
Okay, so
for you, just any.
he might just stay right here and charge them during my turn. He might try to get a little bit of revenge here.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Especially after his Croxagore really didn't do too much. So there's really not too much here for me to do. These guys are engaged and I really don't have any desire to have them leave. He does have an ability during the hero phase where I can target somebody and they get +1 to their charge, but we're all already in melee. So I guess that's my movement too.
Yeah.
There's really not a lot of movement going on here.
On your hero phase though, I will use one of my command cards to give strikes first to these guys.
Okay. Okay. So during my shooting phase, I do have a tiny bit of shooting.
Oh.
Saurus here, he has a range attack called the Sunbolt Gauntlet.
Yep.
He's going to shoot at them. Says he gets D6 attacks.
Cool.
So he gets 5. And he hits on 3s.
Yep, what you sending that into?
I'm going to shoot them.
Yeah.
So it looks like he got that. And then 3 wounds. 3 to wound. He made all 3 of them. Cool. It's 3 rend 1.
3 win run. So these guys are saving on 4s. 1 save. We got my ward saves. He's 6 up. 1 ward, nothing. 2 ward, nothing. Okay. Damage on him?
Damage 1.
Damage 1. They got 4 health. Okay. So this guy in the back, we'll have him take the. Is it 2 damage?
Yep.
Cool.
I have a little red die if you want to throw. Oh, you want to throw? Okay, you want to throw a little black die on him? Okay. So for my charge phase, I think now that you have said what you're going to do with them, they're going to go fights first. I'm afraid that he's just going to charge in and immediately die. So I think I'm going to charge the chariot instead.
Yeah, that works.
And he got a 5, which should be plenty range there.
Definitely.
He's just going to, well, we got a big fern here in the way, but he's just going to scoot up and get melee there. So then we begin our fight phase.
Yep.
And then it kind of goes back to who do I want to go first? But these guys go first regardless.
Yep.
So they're going to kill some Croxagore.
Yep, for sure. So that is 3 attacks each. They don't have the +1 damage because they didn't get to charge this time.
Okay.
So that is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And then they'll also get another couple attacks because their mounts get to attack too. Because that's one of the things that this game has. Is a lot of the mounts have what's called companion, which lets them, when you do your attacks with one,
I saw he gets them. The Connoisseur gets it.
Cool. So that we'll do my spears first, which is still Rend 2.
Yep.
But it won't be that we're Rend 3 this time around. So that is hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. That's just 3, and then wounding on 3s. This one. Cool. So that is 1, 2, 3, 6, 9.
Okay. So they have to make 9 saves.
9
They're
saves.
saving on 6s because you're Ren 2.
Cool. I'll push it for you.
Oh, there's a few 6s there.
Ooh, quite
Okay,
a
so
few.
they failed 6 wounds. How much damage each?
It was 1 each this time.
1 each. Okay, so just a single Croxagore dies then. He's got 6 health.
Cool. And then I get my companion mount stuffs.
Okay.
So that is 2 each. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And these are hitting on 5s, wounding on 3s. There is 3 coming in. Wounded on 3s. And all 3 of them wound.
What's the rend?
Rend on it? No rend. Well, it'll have rend 1 because let me make sure it's rend overall and not on the weapon. Character that use of this unit's melee weapon, so it is rend 1.
Okay. So they get 5 up saves. Made 1.
Cool.
How much damage?
Is 1 damage each.
Okay. So it's 2 damage. I'll throw that on him.
Cool.
Okay, so my turn.
Yep.
I'm going to start over here. I think these guys are the more important combat. So my Croxagore, or not my Croxagore, my Saurus Warriors. They've had 1 casualty, so that leaves 9 of them left. So 1, 2, 3, 9. 3s and 3s again. That is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 wounds at rend 1.
Okay. 3, 6, 9, 10. Said rend 1, so they are saving on 4s. Four coming in. Damage on?
A 1 each, so 2 dead guys.
2 more dead guys. And I get to fight back, so we're...
And I do need to check something.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I was just reading something. I just got to remember to do it.
That's cool. I think it's actually going to move me to fight with the Jerred first.
Okay. There's no reason to attack with them. I've already attacked.
So I get 6 attacks on the flail, 2 attacks on the whip, and then the 4 attacks from the hooves.
Okay.
So we'll start with the 6 attacks first. From the flail, looking for 3s and 3s. Let's see if the unit has charged this phase, which he has not. Okay. Well, that's kind of strong. When he charges, he gets mortals. So 3s and 3s. 2.
Any AP?
No.
Okay. 4s. Made 1, failed 1.
Damage of 1.
Okay.
Then I got the Lashing Whip, which is 2 attacks, 4s and 4s. Nothing.
Okay.
And then I got the Hooves, which is 4 attacks, 5s and 3s. 5s, nothing.
Okay. Well, I guess he'll go next. There's no reason not to at this point. So he has his Relic Celestant weapon. It's 5 attacks, 3s and 3s.
Cool.
Whoops.
It's a 4.
Yep, those are all hit. As far as I know, he doesn't have any special rules attached to them. Nope, nothing that's relevant right now. And then 3s. Ooh, a lot of 2s. A lot of 2s.
Ooh.
So only 1 at Ren 2.
Rend 2 into my chariot, correct?
Yes, sir.
Saving on a 6. Nothing.
Okay.
Damage?
2.
2. Alright.
And then his companion gets 3 attacks.
Cool.
4s and 2s. Only 1. And rolled a 1.
Nice.
There you go.
All right, so I got one more group of fights to do. We're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe that's 2 each. Yep. So that's 10. 5. That is 10. 3s and then 2s because you control the objective.
Okay.
That is 6. I'm looking for 2s. That is 5 of them.
Okay, 5.
And that is
The
one rend.
Yep, so it goes from 4s to 3s back up to 4s.
Yep.
I failed 2 of them.
Cool. That is 1 damage each.
Okay. Cool. Now I do recall what are our banners and our drummers do again?
In Spearhead, nothing.
Okay, nothing.
In regular Sigmar, they give you an objective control for the banners, more to your rally rolls, which is a hero command phase thing.
Okay.
For the musicians, and then the champions get an extra attack. In
Okay.
regular Sigmar.
Well, I guess the Croxagore will go now,
Yep.
considering that they're really all that's left. Croxagore, 4 attacks each, 4s and 2s. And 2s. That is all 3 of them, so 3.
Cool. Friend,
1.
rend of 1. Looking for 4s.
Oh, I forgot the brutal impacts again. Or brutal blows.
What's it do?
I keep forgetting it's a crit 2.
Oh,
Hits.
yeah. I know there was at least 1 in there if you want to roll an extra one for me.
Made it.
Cool. So that's, what, 3 total then?
Yeah.
Cool. Look at 4s. 1 goes through.
That's 2 damage.
Cool. Let's see if I hit the ward save on it. I did.
Okay.
So nothing happens.
Okay, and the thing I need to remember that on every turn, there's a special ability that I have
Yeah.
called once per phase, end of any turn, predatory fighters. So I gotta roll a d6 for each enemy unit in combat with friendly units. So over here, they make it, you take a mortal wound.
Cool. So we'll call this guy.
Okay. Him fails, them succeeds, so they get a mortal wound as well.
Cool. Let's see, I believe I have 4. Let me make sure. Yes.
And then I'm going to, at the end of my round, I'm going to turn in a Dracolithian Dias. It says that it says I have to control this objective.
Yep.
So that's a victory point, right?
Yep, that's 2 VP then.
Because I hold it,
Yep.
so then I get another one. And then I'm also going to turn in no, because I don't meet the requirements for this. Yeah, you never controlled it at any point in time. Okay, so that's going to stay with me. This gets discarded, and then we begin battle round 2.
Yep, so now we have they call it the priority roll, to see if I get to keep going first or if you get to choose now.
Okay.
Make sure how it actually works. Daily, persisting.
And if I get to choose and I choose to go again, I can't use any battle tactics during that round, if I remember.
Correct. So, seizing the initiative. The player who went second in the previous battle round runs the priority roll and chooses to go first. It's called seizing the initiative. When a player seizes the initiative, they do not draw any battle tactic cards for the battle round unless they are the underdog. The difference in victory points between the two is 5 or greater.
Okay.
So let's see, it's Corbu's 12. We're at 5, 6, 11, 12. Determine the active player. If it does not, players make a roll off called the priority roll. Runner decides who gets to take the first turn.
Okay.
That's 405. You get to pick.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of advantages to going first here, but I feel like most of this is just going to be us meleeing.
Yeah.
So I really don't think there's really a tremendous amount of advantage in me going first. So I will go second.
Cool, and then we will draw our battle tactics card. You can discard anything that you don't want. And we get the twist. It is the Grandfather's Blessing. The underdog can pick one of the effects below. Since you have 2 VP and I have 1, I am the underdog.
What was the twist for this? I know it was effective.
It heals 1 wound at the end of the round. So.
Okay. What if they're not damaged? Do they bring back models?
No.
Okay, so he'll just heal that.
And then my guy that got the mortal will just heal, so it's back up to.
Okay.
Full. No, let's see. I get to pick one of the 2. Can either pick an enemy unit and subtract 1 from saves, or I can pick up an enemy unit on the battlefield and make the ward rolls not be able to be made. I think I'm just going to give -1 to saves onto the. Honestly, I think I just want to do it on the Croc scores.
Okay.
So they take -1 to save rolls for this round.
Okay.
So, hero phase, I don't really have anything I can do right now. Check another thing. So on file, this is the final one. Okay, I do like that. So we're gonna start with my hero. And since I'm definitely not gonna get him in charge range this turn, I think I'm just gonna run. Same as advancing. You roll a d6. So he's got 8 this round to move. And he's just gonna try to get close to that as he can. So I can at least have that. And other than that, I mean, we're both melee armies. We both don't really need to move. So, that first thing I'm going to do is start with the Croc scores.
Okay. The Knights are going to beat on some Croc scores.
So try. So that is 15 attacks. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 3s and 3s. So, it is actually quite a lot going away. There's a ton going away. That is unfortunate. So that is 4 coming in. They are rend 2 plus you take a -1 to saves, so it'll be rend 3.
Yep. So basically they get no saves. How much damage each?
It is 1 each.
Okay. That's a dead Coxagore.
Cool, cool. That is what, 4 damage on him?
Yep.
Cool, cool. How many did the one have before? Full?
Yeah,
cool.
He has full.
And then I have my own mounts, and that is 2 attacks each, so that's 10. So that's 4, 6, 8, 10. Looking for 5s and then 3s. 4. They're looking for 3s. And that is 3. So I got 3 coming into them.
Still the -1 to hit the rend?
Still with 2, it'll be 2 rend basically.
Okay. So you said 3?
Yep.
That's 6s. Main none.
Cool, that is 3 damage.
Okay.
Total. 1 each.
And so during the combat phase, this guy, what is his health characteristic?
7.
7. So I get to choose between 1 or 2 things. I'm going to do a roar. Pick an enemy in combat with your general. Subtract 6d6 from the unit's total control score this turn.
Cool.
So I subtract 4.
4. All right. And he has -3 control.
So I think the lowest you can go is 0, but at least it stops you from scoring off of that objective.
Yes, it does.
Now for my pick, I'm going to obviously pick these guys because they're the only ones. I mean, you can hurt him a little bit, but I'm more concerned about my Saurus warrior staying alive. So there are 2 dead, so I get 8. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 3s and 3s again.
Cool.
Looks to be all. Yep. Okay. And 3s. Ooh, decent amount of 1s there. But still not a bad overall. That is 7. 7 wounds.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And rend 1.
Rend 1. Save it on 4s. Ooh, that is no saves.
Oof.
Ooh. That is 1 each.
Yep.
So it is 2, 4, 6, and we'll call one of that guy with the axe.
Okay.
Ooh.
That was a little nasty.
So we're gonna go for the guy that's mixing up with your general right now.
Okay.
That is looking for 3s and 3s. So lose half of them. 3s, 2.
Any AP?
Nope.
Rend. So, 4s. Failed both of them.
Okay, that is 1 each. And then 4s and 4s. Nothing. And then 5s and 3s. 1. 1. So that is no rend, 1 damage.
Failed it.
Okay.
Okay, so my turn to swing back. I'll go ahead and activate him just because, you know, he's there. His Celestine's weapon. 3s and 3s. 2 at Rend 2.
2. Said rend 2, so it is looking for 6s. 1 damage.
2.
2.
And his little friend. A 1 and -2.
-2 rend.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for 6s again.
3 damage.
3. He is dead. That honestly kind of works out for me, though.
Yeah, it seems like with the ability to bring stuff back, sometimes you want to send stuff in there to die.
Yeah, especially because like with this deck, with this guys, they just want to charge.
Yeah.
So getting them back out of melee to start charging again, I will take.
Going to fight with the Croxagore.
Yep.
He's all by him lonesome here. 4 attacks, 4 up. That is right there, but there is a 6 there, so that's an extra hit.
Cool.
And 2s. 3 at -1.
Okay, on the Raiders is, I believe, just to make sure it's 4s. All but 1.
2 damage.
Cool. War save. Nothing.
Okay.
Lose one of them. All right, and then I have those 2 lone guys on the point. 2 attacks each. That's 4. Look for 3s and 3s. It's 3 and then 3s again. It's 2. Or actually, it's 2. So just 1 though. So.
Okay. How many
2.
go through? 2? Rend 1, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so it still stays on their 4s. They made 1, so 1 guy gets a wound.
Cool. And that is all my fights.
Okay. You got 1 point here.
Yep. So at least get my 1. Just need 2.
Okay, well, they're probably not going anywhere. I think I'm going to have the general kind of skedaddle forward.
Yeah.
He's going to stay right here because I'm going to charge those knights. I'm kind of tempted to leave them alone because I know you just want to charge with them again. So if they can't charge, then they don't get all of those extra bonuses. Let's see what I got here for my hand.
Oh, I missed something at the end of my turn.
What's that?
I get to give him a blessing because he's contesting an objective that you don't control.
Okay.
See what he gets. 5. He has Rend 1 now.
Nice. That's the corn one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And I cannot double up on him. That is an important thing. Is if I roll one that I've already gotten, the roll's done.
So what is a large terrain feature?
So normally it's these 2. I added in some extra terrain just because it looks nicer.
Are we considering these large?
I would
too?
probably consider at least this one large.
Okay. So I think that I may score this, but I'll wait till the end of my turn to check.
Yeah.
Because it says you need more friendly models contesting a large terrain feature. What would be contesting a large terrain feature?
That would be just like with the objective.
Okay. So he's got to be within so many inches of this?
Yep.
Was it 3 inches or something?
Yep. Which I am pretty sure he is for sure.
Yeah, so everyone else looks like they're out of it.
Yeah.
So he might be able to get the point for that. Okay. Well, I mean, there's really not too much. I'm going to move over there, like I said. He's going to charge pretty much. Yeah, he rolled a 9, so there shouldn't be any reason that he can't do that. And I think I'm going to just start with my fight phase then. I think when it comes to this point, I think the more important thing is to see if I can do some damage to these guys. Because you only got 2 guys sitting over here now. So the Connoisseur is going to go ahead and attack them.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I did forget. He has a range attack I'm supposed to use. So can I go back and do that during shooting phase? Got 3. 3s and 3s. It's 2. 1. 1, a Rend 1.
Rend 1 on those guys, a 7 on 4s. Nope, let's see if the ward.
Oh, he made the ward though. Okay, so he'll go ahead and attack with his Relic Celestate weapon. I wish he had those critical hits though.
Ain't that true?
He made 2 at Rend 2.
2 at Rend 2. So that is looking for 6s.
I made that 1 6 though. 2 damage.
Cool. Ward save. Nothing. 2. So we'll have this guy have 2. So he gets 2 left.
And you said they have 4 total?
Yep.
Okay. Connoisseur is going to do some stompiness. 3 attacks on 4s. Made 2 of them. Then on 2s. Made 2 of them, so 2 at Rend 2.
Cool. 6s. Nothing.
3 damage each.
Cool. Let's see if I hit the wards. I did not. 3 each. So the 3 will go to him, and he will die, and 3 will go on to, let's say, this guy here.
Okay.
So he has 1 left.
Okay. That's his combat.
Cool. I will be trying to bring them croc scores down. 3, 6. So I got 9, so I got 3 left. 3s and 3s. That's 2. For 3s again. That is 6 of them.
Ooh, 6. And what's the rend on that?
Rend of 2.
10 to 2. So I need to make 6 saves. These are 2 damage each, aren't they?
1.
1 damage?
They didn't charge, yep.
Oh. You made 1, so he's dead. Cool. He's all kinds of dead.
Well, they get their blessing. Let's see. Okay. 2. I believe I already have that one. I do already have that one, so ain't nothing happens really.
Okay. I'll come over here. I think I still have the 8. Threes and 3s again. That is 6 at Rend 1.
6 at Rend 1. They are probably very dead, but we're gonna find out.
All you gotta do is make at least 3, and at least 1 guy lives.
And those are 4s I'm looking for. So nope.
Oh, they're all kinds of dead. They got pink misted. And then he'll heal.
Yep.
At the end of the turn, and then I wanted to turn in hold ground. Complete the battle attack at the end of your turn. If there are more friendly models contesting a large terrain feature than the enemy models contesting it. Cool. So I think I got that one.
You got that one, and I will be turning in the raid, which I completed if I am within. If I have any friendly units who are wholly within enemy territory and not in combat, enemy territory in Spearhead is 1/2 the
Yep, makes
map,
sense.
So,
and then I'll
leader guy.
I'll score 1 for this and 1 for that.
Yep.
So I'll go to 5.
And I'll go to 3.
This is my deck.
Yep.
I only got 1 left.
And that is the end of the battle round, correct?
Yep.
So, we do end of battle round stuff, and then we do start. We get to determine who's got priority.
So it's battle round 3. So we're halfway through.
We're over half now.
2.
6.
Okay.
I will keep priority.
Okay, makes sense.
So, first thing I do is I get to bring something back.
Yep.
And I get my draw. So, we are going to check one thing. I can't quite get it. I would need to use it on that guy. That is unfortunate. Okay. Then
I'm going to roll my little monster thingy on them. They take a mortal wound.
Cool.
These guys.
Yep. So
nothing else is in combat.
This guy dies.
If I'm lucky, I'll kill them all down to 1 guy and just leave them alone somehow. Because I do like that mechanic where there's a little thought of deciding whether you want to actually kill off a unit or not, because there are a lot of advantages to leaving 1 alive.
Oh yeah. So let's see. I'm going to move this guy here.
And looking at the way the game plays, remember guys, this is my first game. I'm actually thinking that this Temple City Guardians might have been a better option for me, especially considering playing such an aggressive army, because I get a 6-up ward save while I'm in friendly territory. And I've spent this entire game in friendly territory. So yeah. 6-up ward saves across the table. Now don't get me wrong, the mortal wounds have been nice, but I mean, you know, I think in hindsight I would prefer that instead.
And that should be 3 away just to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Right about that, yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
So pretty much an automatic charge.
And I think with that, charge first.
Okay.
We're gonna see, unless I snake eyes.
Who are you charging with? Yep, okay.
And that is 6. That gets him in, and when he charges, he does mortals.
Oh, fun times.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Roll a d6, And pick, yeah, if it charged, it choose an enemy unit within an inch, and then roll a dice on a 2+. It's a D3 mortals.
Oof. There's still a chance for failure. Oh yes, there's still a chance for failure.
That is a little unfortunate for me, but we will fight, and we'll fight with him first.
Okay.
So that is 6 for the first one. And that is 3s and 3s, correct? Correct. So.
And that's your little whip.
That's the whip, yep. There, that's the flail.
That's the flail?
That's the flail. So that's 4. Looking for 3s again.
Oof, there's some good numbers in there.
So that's 3 of them, no rend.
Okay, on 4s. Made 1. So that's 2 more damage?
Yep.
Okay, so he is down to, he has 14 total.
Ooh.
Yep, he's got a lot of hit points.
He's beefy.
Yep.
All right. So then that is 2 looking for 4s and 4s. Nothing.
Okay.
I don't think I've hit that one at all. 5s. And that is looking for 3s.
Okay.
Nothing.
I think I'm going to have, for my attack back, I think I'm going to attack the knights.
Yeah.
So that they don't do too much, hopefully. Hopefully I'll kill 1. Let's see, we have for melee attacks, we got our 5 attacks.
Forgot about our twist, too.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we?
Let's see, L'Oreal's Blessing. Since I'm still the underdog, pick a friendly unit on the battlefield. It gets 6+ wards this round. This unit already has a ward save. I get to add 1 to it.
And there could be a 5-up ward save for those knights.
It might be, or I could pick 3 different friendly units and heal them. But I don't really have anybody that's gotten any damage on them that I really care to heal right now, because those guys are all full health. So.
Why has he got a die on him, do you remember?
It's because I didn't remove it from last time.
And I was going to say, I don't think I damaged him at all.
So I think I'm just going to give the ward save, and honestly, if I know that you just want to try to leave 1 die, I'm gonna just put the ward save on the chariot.
Okay, that's fair. Never tell your battle plans to the enemy.
That's all right.
I am going to do his. So he has 2 options.
Yeah.
And I really just want to do the other one: Gargantuan Jaws and Roar. And this is done during any combat phase. He gets to either roar and remove D6 objective control. And his OC is what?
2.
2. So if I roll a 2 or more, I still hold that objective.
Yep.
Alternatively, if I roll a 4 or more on these guys, I just kill one of them outright, and then I can attack the chariot. I think I'm gonna try to play strategically here, and I think I'm gonna go after the chariot.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use the roar ability, subtract D6 from the combat, and I rolled a 1. So I think we're tied now.
Are you OC1?
You know what? That's a good question. No, I'm ace. It didn't matter because I'm OC5.
Oh,
I was already holding it. Well, there we go. Well, you learned. But he'll go ahead and swing at the horsies. So I think it's 3s and 3s if I remember correctly. Let's double check. 3s and 3s, yeah. Well, that's pretty good. I'm not complaining about that at all.
Yeah.
Looking for some more 3s here. Oh, so you had to come back at the didn't it? So 1 at Ren 2.
Ren 2, and that is looking for 6s.
Made it?
Made it.
Okay. And then the Carnosaur is going to go ahead and use his massive jaws, looking for 4s
And
2s. 1 at -2.
Okay. For 6. Nope. Looking for 6 ward. Nope.
Okay. 3 damage. Yep.
This guy will have 1 hit point left.
Okay. It's yours.
All right. They're just gonna pile in, and that is 6 of them. Look for 3s, and then 3s again. 2 of them.
2.
Yep, Ren 2.
Ren 2. That brings me to 6s. Nothing.
1 damage each.
Okay, so that he has 8 damage on him. If you put 2 more damage on him, he gets a debuff called battle damage. He gets The tax characteristics of the Carnosaur's massive jaws is 1. So the Carnosaur is damaged too much.
So, looking for 5s. 2, looking for 3s. 2.
Okay, 2, any rend?
Rend of 1, I believe, yes.
Rend 1, so 5s. Made one of them, lost 1. Is it 1 damage each?
Yep.
Okay, so he has 1 more wound left before he's battle damaged.
Cool. Dang it. I control the 1. Let me see. Do I have anything else I can cash in? Yeah, I do actually. Ooh, but I kind of want the command on it.
Yeah, some of these commands are really nice.
Ooh, I didn't use this command now, so I think I just kind of need to use the
Score the points.
point. So I will turn it in for a point.
Okay.
And I'll get 2 to go up to 5.
Okay. So we're tied right now. So it becomes my turn, right?
Correct.
And as you, well, now I get to bring in some Croxivore.
Bring in, yeah.
And really these guys kind of excel at killing multi-models because they got that critical hit thing. But I think they're going to try to pick on your...
My general?
Yeah, your general hasn't seen any combat this round, or this game, so we should probably correct that.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to use this. I might.
Now he has strike first period, right?
Yes, he strikes first. Also, what is the objective control on those guys?
They might actually be holding it depending on what his control is. They're 2 each.
2 each, that's what, 6?
6, yep.
Alright, well, I'm gonna have to try to take this. So I am going to use the command Inspiring Presence. And I pick a friendly hero, I roll a dice, and for the rest of the turn, the number rolled gets added to my control. There's 5, so he has 7 control.
There you go, yep. So my option is to kill him or to give you the objective.
Yep.
So these guys heal at the end of the turn if I remember correctly.
Yep.
So we're going to go ahead and start my command phase. I do have a... So I kind of just want to leave him there. Because the Saurus Old Blood on the Carnosaur has an ability that allows me to increase my charge rolls on a friendly unit, but I don't really see much of a need for that. Just got to keep in mind all the little things it could do. On the end of your turn, I'm going to roll for predatory fighters. Your chariot takes a mortal wound.
Oh, I missed something I can do on my hero phase.
Awesome. And your knights do not take a mortal wound.
Cool. So he's got a thing that on the hero phase he can just roll the blessing dice.
Oh, nice. So eventually he's going to collect all of them.
Yeah, you mind if I do that now?
We'll go right ahead.
Cool, because I forgot. That is 3. He has not rolled that one. So he gets +1 to his run rolls now.
Nice.
So he's got 1 run, and then when he uses the run, it's a +1.
It's like a Zinch, or not Zinch,
Slanesh.
yeah,
Yep.
makes sense. You're going to need to get you some kind of like little board to keep track of who all has what.
Oh, for sure.
There's a lot of them. I kind of like the design space of the Slaves of Darkness because it's like a little chaotic in what you get, but they're getting stronger the longer they stay alive. You kind of want them to go in and charge and die, but then you kind of don't want them to die because their blessings go away. I like that combination of things.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think... I'm always trying to remember what I have for what. So I think that these guys, They're just going to stick around here. I mean, they're holding an objective. It's uncontested right now. That's probably their best use of time to ensure that I continue to score points.
For sure.
The old Croxagore here, or the old Carnosaur here, is going to stay where he's at. I think these guys are just getting close enough to charge him.
Yep.
And then I want to move on to the charge phase. They'll go ahead and charge. Might be a bad idea. Probably is a bad idea. But it's okay.
So I do have fights first.
Yep.
So when you're ready for combat phase, let me know.
And I think what I'm going to do is my battle trait. So at the beginning of the combat phase, as any combat phase, I'm going to pick my general, of course, pick one of the following. He's actually going to try to do the gargantuan jaws on them.
Yeah.
He rolled a 5, so one's dead. It says, if the roll exceeds that unit's health characteristic, one off of that unit is slain. Yep. So he nom one of them. No heal though. Would be cool if he healed.
Oh, very much so.
Feeding on him. So we'll go into we'll continue the fight phase proper. So go ahead and pick on my Croxagores.
Yep. So that is 5 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s.
Okay. With his big old spear there.
Spear, yeah. So that is 3s again.
Nice.
All 3.
Okay.
That is rend of 2.
So they go to 4s to 6s. They didn't make a single one.
All right, and that is 2 damage each. And crits are mortals. I didn't see if I had any 6s, so I missed it.
I didn't roll any saves, so in this case it wouldn't have mattered. But he did. I'll go ahead and attack with the whatchamacallit?
Yeah.
The old blood here.
Yeah.
He's going to use his weapon, 3s and 3s. Two. AP 2, or rending 2.
Going into which?
Excuse me?
Going into which?
Oh, I'm sorry, him.
Into the chariot?
Yeah,
cool.
the chariot.
I figured as much. I wanted to make sure. Saving on 6s. Nope. Ward. Nope.
Oh, so close. 2 5s.
So that is how much damage?
2 damage each.
2 damage each, so he's taking 4.
And then the massive jaws, hitting on 4s. So 2, negative 2.
6s. 1. See if I ward. I do not.
3 damage.
3 damage. He dies.
Okay. And I think I'm going to turn in this. Oh no, this doesn't work the way I thought it was. It's an and, not an or. Are they all saying and?
Most of them do.
Yeah. Take without warning. Turn if you control. Okay. Okay, so you have to. Okay, this is an interesting battle tactic because not only do you have to basically take an objective from your opponent, it's also got to be one that they didn't even have a chance to respond with a fight action. So this one's actually pretty hard to do. I think that's all I got then. Looks like I'm gaining. So he's holding that even if you hadn't killed a Croxagore. So I get 2, right?
Yep. So you're gonna get 1 for having 1 or more, and then 1 for holding more than 1.
Okay. Brings me to 7.
Cool.
And that's the end of the round?
The end of the round.
Okay.
So we do all the start of round kind of stuff. See what the twist is. Grasping Vines. The underdog picks an enemy unit on the battlefield. If there's no underdog, we roll off. I am still the underdog. And the unit is ensnared until the end of battle round. Half its movement characteristic and roll 1 fewer dice when making a charge. So we're just gonna put it on your old blood.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is go to my hero phase. We're gonna draw my last card. Well, I don't really like that. So that is a little unfortunate, but I do get to set up another unit. We are going to set up. We're going to try to get the mortals off this time.
Okay.
So we are going to do my movement phase. My main guy don't got to move. I do kind of want to try to retreat with them. I don't know if I can retreat and charge. Let me make sure. Retreat. Because it might just do some mortals and kill my guy, which won't matter because it's the last round, but... Retreat. D3 mortals and then move out of combat. Now, shooter charge later, yeah, so he kind of wants to stay. Oh, he didn't even, on your fight phase, he didn't even get his attack there.
Oh yeah, that's right, you didn't.
So let's do that real quick. 3s and 3s. 1, that is rend of...
It's 1, right?
2.
Is that...
2, because he's got the one,
yes.
one for normal and then 1 for the corn.
6, oh, I made it.
Alright, and
then
then
the hooves.
The hooves, 5s, and 3s. Rend of 1.
Failed both.
1 damage each.
So that means that he is in his battle damaged phase, so his jaws become attack 1.
Cool.
That's another thing I'll say is that one thing I've noticed is playing lots of monsters in 40k. All the damage profiles are basically -1 to hit.
Yeah.
Here, already his is unique in the fact that he loses 2 of his attacks.
Oh yeah.
On the chomp. So I like the fact that it's a little bit different than just everyone to get the same penalty.
And then let's see, how do I want to do this? So he's just gonna move within his little 3.
Mm-hmm. We've seen this movie.
We've seen this. He's just gonna go about here. That's
he's
about
gonna
3.
charge.
He's gonna charge and maybe try to kill him with mortals, and if so, I'm gonna be able to charge into the Croxagores.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. So no snake eyes. No snake eyes. D3 mortals. 2.
Okay. Two mortal wounds.
Yep.
That puts him, I think he has 1 wound left. So this is, he's at 12, 13 damage, and let me double check to make sure that he has 14 health.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
He has 1 health left.
I definitely needed him to die so I could charge the Croxagores. But that's quite alright.
Yeah, because even if you kill him now in the fight, he can't charge anymore.
He can't charge because the charge phase is over.
Yeah.
That is a little sad. So I have fight first, so I'll just...
You want to start over there?
Start over there.
Yep.
It's 5. Oh, hero phase, because I forgot it again.
Yep. Gonna roll for your little boon.
That is the corn one. I already have it. So,
okay.
5 attacks. Threes. 3s again. 3 of them. Rend 2.
Okay, that's 6s. Is it 3?
Yep.
Fishing for 6s. Nothing.
2 each.
That's another dead Croxagore.
Cool, cool.
There we go. Oh. I think the Croxagores are bullies. They need to be attacking something that's not good, fighting back at them.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's my choice, right?
Yep.
Well, it is kind of your last turn, so I have I think wouldn't be a bad choice to probably try to kill him this time. Maybe he won't. Doesn't really matter all that much, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. But I'm gonna try regardless, since that squad I demolished my old blood in the first turn. 3s and 3s. Oh, that's really nice.
That is really good.
Yep. I'm gonna roll the 1s and 2s now. Oh, okay. 3 and -2.
-2.
Yep.
For 6s, nothing. Ward saves, nothing.
Okay. That is 4 damage. So yep.
No dead guy.
And then it goes back to you.
Which yep. Me in here. So let me check one thing, because during the combat phase, if I got something wholly within 12, that is not wholly within 12. That is unfortunate. I get to add 1 to hits, but.
Oh, okay.
3s and 3s. Well, that is 3. There's 1. Rend of 0 right now.
Okay. So I gotta make 1 4 up, or he dies. And he made it. Okay.
Looking for 4s and 4s. I believe it's 2 of them, right? Yes, it is. 1. 0 rend again.
He's dead.
There we go. He will get a blessing. He gets the wards.
Wards is very popular.
Yeah.
That's a Tzeentch blessing?
Yep.
Well, it just so happens that Tzeentch is my patron deity, so.
I respect it. I'm a big Nurgle guy myself. First army I ever built was Death Guard, so. Yep. And with that, that is all my fights. Your croc scores.
Oh yeah, the croc score goes swing back.
Does get his little swing back.
Hitting on 4s. Wounded on 2s. 2 at -1 if I recall. Yeah, -1.
Ooh, saving on 3, so saving on 4s. Both
Made
of
it? Okay.
What's the objective control on them?
2? 2, yeah, you got it easily.
I have 2 this round. So.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
Okay, so we're tied on that. Okay. You do get that point.
You get that one though,
yep.
so I go up to 6. And that is that.
Okay, well, it's going to be a pretty quick turn.
Yeah, I do have one thing I want to do on your hero phase.
Okay, go right ahead.
Actually, it will not matter, so I will save it.
So he's going to deploy right here, and he's going to scoot up.
Yeah.
And these guys are going to move over here a little bit. And the reason for that is they're going to camp that objective. I'm going to continue to contest this objective. And then I'm going to take the flanks. So, during your turn, any friendly units within 3 inches of each battlefield edge. The short edge of each battlefield edge. So I think I get scored a battle or victory point for that.
Yep, you get 1.
Okay. So that brings me up to 8, and I have 9.
Yep.
So I think that's the game.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting game. As somebody who frequents Combat Patrol, for those of you who've done demos with me, I can say this is very tactical and a different style of game.
Yeah.
Because in Combat Patrol, most armies don't have any ability to bring things back.
Yeah, because we've been running some Combat Patrol matches on here the last couple of weeks. I've been playing a lot of Gene Stealers.
Yep.
A lot of Stealers, a lot of Nids. And Steelers can kind of do that sometimes. It's a lot easier in the early rounds.
And Nids can bring Termagant squads back. Yep.
Yeah, but the thing I like about this personally is just it's a little bit smaller scale than the Combat Patrols are. I mean, I think most of the spearheads I've seen are basically three guys, basically.
3 units, yeah, absolutely.
So there's that going for it. It's got that more tactical kind of like a kill team or Warcry, which is cool. And then, personally, I mean, I'm a lot more of a fantasy guy than a sci-fi guy.
Sure.
So I love getting to play Sigmar again. It's not something I've gotten to do in a while.
The funny thing is I almost consider Age of Sigmar to be science fiction fantasy.
Oh, 100%.
Because that old blood, he literally has a bionic arm.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and then it's like especially with Seraphon, man. The Seraphon are like, yeah, they have spaceships.
Yep.
And then that's just their thing. And
if there are any Warcraft fans out there that remind me very much of the Draenei.
Yeah.
But lizards instead of
goats.
Goat, cow people kind of thing, you know? So I really like their aesthetic. And the Slaves of Darkness is one of the ones I'm looking at too a little bit, and it's got a really cool aesthetic to it.
Yeah.
The abilities are really cool. I do love the fact that you're constantly built, like, you have this paradigm of you don't want anything to die because you're getting your blessings.
Yeah.
But you want them to die frequently because they want to charge.
Exactly. It's they're super fun. Like I said, as somebody who likes to play really aggressive, I love the slaves. Another one that I'm quite partial to that I'm looking at building myself relatively soon is Flesh Eater Courts.
Okay.
The lore and the aesthetic there are really cool. So that's probably my next project.
So I love the lore of the Flesh Eater Courts because this madness that is so subtle that you are a noble knight, but you're just so delusional at that fact.
Yeah.
And there's that one character in there. One character actually sees things as it is. I can't remember who it is.
Yeah.
But he's like, he just understands what's actually happening, and it's like the opposites of the Necrons. Like the Necrons all understand what they are, but then you got is it Zandracht? I think it's Nimbus or Zandracht. And Vargard Oberon, who's his bodyguard. My favorite little power couple within the Necron universe. But Zandracht actually thinks they're still noblemen, but everyone else understands that they're just Necrons now.
Oh yeah.
So I love the little, like a lot of people love the old world. I'm not going to say the old world was bad. I never really got too much into it. From what I heard, it felt more historical fiction.
Yeah, see, I am partial to old world because I played a lot of Total War.
Yeah.
And so, like, for example, my favorite Total War faction is Tomb Kings. And with Sigmar, you don't have that. But I didn't really start getting into Warhammer until after Old World had gone away. So I missed out on all that sort of game.
Archeon already did his business.
Yeah, so... And
I played a little bit, back in the day, but it was mainly I had a demon army. Hey, this demon army functions for fantasy as well, so that's kind of how I got some fantasy in. I think another big thing I see difference here between Combat Patrol is there is all these decks over here, all this twisting. It really does provide a much closer game.
Yeah.
And it really had me concerned turn one because it's like your entire army was in my face. And I thought, okay, well, this is going to be over real fast. But then seeing the recursion elements that we both benefit from, bringing things back. I mean, this guy got the charge 3 times.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really enjoying this game. I'd like to, if it's possible, would like to take some time to read the rules again.
Oh, of course.
Make sure I'm playing everything right. Maybe we can set up another game.
I'm down for sure.
May even have some paint on these guys, but I don't know about that just because...
I get it. I'm the same way. Like, I have so many things that I'm like, oh, I built it. Now I gotta paint it, and I'm like,
Well, I usually paint darker color schemes, and I really want these guys to be really bright. Yeah. And I really love the High Fleet Kraken colors from 40K.
Yeah.
So that bone and red is what I'm thinking about going to.
Very nice, yeah. Like I said, I would definitely like to get some more games going soon. I know with Sigmar, we're doing kind of a rotating of 1 week of 40K, 1 week of Sigmar, and then there was talk of a week of Bolt Action because we got a lot of Bolt Action players up here. And
I'm in the process of building a American and German army that's kind of collated to each other, so it's be a good demo army.
Nice.
So you guys will be doing a lot of this stuff, which I'll be happy to come in and partner up and see what we can do there, and I'll be doing the demos down the front.
Oh, for sure, man.
And I did also mention, just while I'm showing a little bit here, we're going to be doing. Remember, guys, I always do the Halo Flashpoint demos as well, and I am happy to demo pretty much any game I know. For example, someone asked about Marvel Champions today. Is another game I'd like to demo more.
That's one we've talked about.
It's a great card game. If you guys ever want me to come in here and walk you through a game, it's a fantastic game.
Nice. Completely
cooperative, no PvP involved, just people working together. And then finally, one of the other games that I'm going to be building up soon is Firefight.
Yeah, that's another
Mantic
one we
Firefight. Yep.
We've got 1 week that's kind of been decided as like it's going to be the gimme week of just like something Firefight or Halo or I know we've got over there the War of the Rohirrim box set to build and paint and all that kind of stuff for the
I'm really excited for the War of the Rings because I hear it's actually a pretty good game.
I've heard it's good. That's another one that I've heard is good, but didn't really find a lot of players just because by the time it was out, Warhammer's already been pretty established and a lot of people once they're ingrained in a hobby, aren't really wanting to kind of lateral to more.
I've heard people say that it's the best game workshop game that no one's playing.
Yeah. I've heard the exact same thing. It's another one that I do hope to feature pretty soon.
Yep.
I do have to read the rules up on that one because I've not gotten a chance to do that. And then, like I said, I mean, I know we got bolt action in the works. We've done a couple Flashpoint weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We've done a bunch of stuff. So it's been nice. And
another game that we don't unfortunately carry right now at Guard Tower, but we would if we had the interest, is Malifaux.
Yeah.
And I've got a fairly sizable Malifaux collection that I'd be happy to sit down and demo with you guys sometime.
Yeah, I think that can be arranged at some point. I know that's, again, one of the ones that I think I put it on my list. I got a big list of here's a bunch of war games for table ready that I'm going to learn at some point once we kind of get things figured out and flowing. So, I think the Fallout Wasteland Warfare stuff is on there if I can get some of that ordered up here. Because I know we've got the books, but we don't have models.
I hear the
really.
Tactical, the new version of it. What do they call it? Tactics or something
like that, yeah.
Fallout Tactics is really good. I hear good things about that one too.
Yeah, I've looked into that a little bit, and then, like I said, there's so much right now. I'm like, man, because it's been nice getting a chance to actually sit down and play a lot of war games. Because my normal game group that I play games with is mostly into tabletop gaming. They're not really into the war games as much. And we're trying to get 40K flowing again with my group, but.
Well, you let me know what you want to play next. Let me know when I can be back on. I'm happy to play with you because war games are my bread and butter. If I had to give up, I'd give up every other unplugged gaming, board games, card games, everything, miniature games stay.
I respect it. I love them. I don't get to play them as much as I would like. So it's been nice getting to have a nice little once a week, sit down, play some war games with some friends. So,
okay.
Hey, awesome. I'd love to have you on again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Think we can make that happen probably sometime soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think with that, we're going to finish up, get things cleaned up. So this has been Table Ready. I'm Jerred.
This is Chandler.
And have a good one, guys. Let's see.